Hello everyone. Are you able to see my PPT? And can you hear me clearly?
Yes,
Yes,
So, very good morning to all of you, and welcome to Power Apps and Power Automate training. So, about me, my name is Suresh, and I am working on Power Apps and Power Automate from last few years. I cleared total 14 Microsoft examinations, like PL 100, 200, 400, 500, 600, 900, then MP 901, MP 910, and a long back I cleared like SQL and Power BI. So my lot of experience is on Power Apps and Power Automate, not on Power BI and something else. I delivered total 10 plus projects in industry on specifically Power Apps and Power. Okay, so welcome and let's start. So when we hear these terms, so Power Platform is the first term. Okay, Power Platform is a suite of technologies where these technologies are present. So Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Virtual Agents, Power Pages. So I will explain each and every technology and what we will study in our training. If you have any doubts, please ask me right away. Don't hesitate to ask. Okay. So this is our key focus. There is one keyword associated to each technology. Power Apps means act, ACT, act on data. Act on data means CRUD operations. CRUD operations means create, read, update, delete data. Actually, any application development, whether it is Power Apps or not Power Apps, revolves around CRUD operations. Waiting. So here, application development example, very simple examples like let's say employee onboarding application. In every company, this application is there. Then leave management system, ticketing tool, anything like that. If you go to hospital, hospital management system. So let's say you have doctors, patients, nurses. So patients can schedule their appointments with doctors based on some scheduling and availability like that. Warehouse management. You have a large warehouse containing large products, variety of products. You want to maintain stock, you want to maintain total price, the day it is arrived, how many products are faulty, all related information, how many products are sold, all those things. Basically, crude operations. Where crude operation is there, there is application development. One of the way to create that application is Power Apps. Next, Power Automate. So Power Automate was earlier called as Flow. Okay, and this entire product is not created by Power Platform. So what happened? There is one technology already existing called Azure Logic App. It is already existing. This is rebranded Flow, and then Flow got rebranded as Power Automate to match with terminologies in Power Platform. Automate is the key. So simple examples. You buy something on e-commerce websites, you receive one automated email. You remove some money from ATM, you get email on your you get SMS on your registered mobile number. This much money has been debited, credited, anything like that. That is automation. Everybody getting any doubts? Any doubts? Ask. All these questions are like our course revolves around interview questions as well as uh, project, two things. So let's say you want to get job in Power Apps. I will cover all interview questions. If you get the job, you will join one project. After joining project, you need all those skills to develop one app. So our focus is on those things. I will cover both parts, development part, interview questions part. Okay. Then third product, Power BI. Power BI report creation. Okay. You got historical data, let's say 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. In these 4 years, how many people bought Power Apps licenses? Based on this historical data, you can predict future sales of Power Apps and Power Apps. You can predict trends in this technology. So analyze is the keyword. This thing, chatbot. So you have, let's say, Geo card or Airtel card. You are facing some issue. Then you connect with chatbot. You go to my Geo app or Airtel Thanks app and ask for help. So one predefined menu comes up. Press 1 for this, press 2 for account details, press 3 for account recharge, press 4 to connect to live agent. Those kinds of things. Assist is the keyword. Assist means chatbot is taking some of the load of human. And this Power Pages thing is actually again a rebranded thing, basically. Earlier, last year, Power Apps portals was present. So it got promoted as Power Pages. And here website development. This is application development. This is website development. Again, crude operations, and it was part of Power Apps. So act is the key. Any doubts? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Data connectors. So your data can reside in SQL Server, SharePoint, Excel, Dataverse, and a lot more data sources. To connect to that, you need data connect. Use of this thing is that. AI builder. You have very invoices, form processing, document generation, invoice processing. In invoice, you want to recognize bill number, bill date, total items, variety of items, total price, like those, customer name. This is that AI bill. This thing was earlier called as CDS, Common Data Service. Again, it got rebranded as Microsoft Dataverse. Microsoft Dataverse is the native database for Power Platform. SQL Server, SharePoint, Excel, or all other things are outside of Power Platform, not native to Power Platform. That's the difference. So here you get very high performance. So this is, you can have, it is fully scalable, cloud-based, 99.99% uptime. Then it is more than a database, basically. Handles large scale operations very smooth. Okay. Power FX. Again, this was introduced earlier in Canvas Power Apps. In Power Apps, there are two technologies, Canvas and model driven. So we will see that how it looks like. Canvas thing is focused on UI UX plus logic. And in Canvas apps, we have one formula language that is called as PowerFX. Later it got rebranded again, just gave name as PowerFX. This thing will be entire official language of Power Platform, so that it will be integrated in Power Automate, Power BI, Power Virtual Agents, Power Pages. Currently, it is present in Canvas apps, model-driven apps for buttons, and Power Virtual Agents. In the future, all other products also will support Power Apps. Means you don't need to learn a lot of languages to work with Power Platform. You need only one. You learn this, you can use all of your products. That's the intent. So currently in Power BI, you need to learn DAX, data analysis expressions. So that is different. Power Automate, I told you it is coming from Azure Logic app. So no Power FX support is there. Different language. Canvas apps, you have Power FX. Model driven apps, you need HTML, C Sharp, JavaScript, and all. Okay. So we have variety of languages, but when this will be officially like integrated into all the products, no need to learn. This is latest addition to Power Platform, managed environments. You want to have automated deployment, like those kinds of features, solution checker and all that. It is there. One downside of this feature is whatever users are present in this environment, they all need to have premium license, all of them. That's the downside. Everybody clear with product definitions? Hello. We can
Yes.
call it like, yeah. Any doubts, don't hesitate to ask. Straight away you can ask. It's not like I won't respond or will get angry or something like that. Okay. We all here are to learn. You can ask it without hesitation. Now, our focus, our course revolves around Canvas Power Apps, Power Automate Cloud, Data Connectors, Dataverse, Power Effects. These points. That will be goal of our course. Okay. So let's try to see citizen developer. What's that? So here points are like there are two types of developers present in our IT field. One is called citizen developer, one is called professional developer. Professional developer are those guys who have done computer or IT engineering. Those are professional guys. Citizen developers are those guys who have not done IT. So these guys are CA, doctors, BCom, MCom, B.Ed, teachers. Those guys are citizen developers. So my question to you, how many of you are professional developers? How many of you are citizen developers? Yeah, respond. It is interactive session.
Yeah, myself is a citizen developer.
Okay, very good. What about other guys?
I'm a professional code.
Okay,
I'm a
Also
professional
citizen
developer.
developer.
that's good. So Power Apps thing is focused on citizen developers. You are professional developer, well and good. If you are not, no problem. Still you can develop apps. That's the intent. Example, so earlier like in IT world, we need to have 5, 10, 20 years of experience to develop applications earlier. But now you don't need that many number of years to develop application. And earlier, let's say, if you have C Sharp, .NET developer, Java developer, Android developer, take any example, you need to be IT, SQL developer, Azure SQL developer, anything like that. You need to know programming concepts in all that. Object-oriented programming concepts, let's say, .NET developer. Here, no need of all that. So that is plus point. Anyone can be a developer. That's our goal. That's the goal of Power Platform. Hence, see terminology, citizen developer. Any citizen can develop. Getting. So this low code, no code approach, we will see. Just in one. This diagram only talks about actually what is the current integration with all other products. So if you see here on top right, every developer, every low code, getting. This is pro code. So professional guys know Visual Studio code. You need to write lots of code, C Sharp, JavaScript, 1,000 lines of code, like that. SQL developers already know what is stored procedure, what is function, what is how to create view, how to create tables, how to insert data, what is indexing. Correct. You need to do engineering to get it. In Power Apps, no need of doing engineering. Directly you can start getting. Hello.
Yes.
Yep. So after we understand Excel, we will switch to Power Apps. Okay. So let me reshare my screen. Then directly we'll create something. Power Apps. Okay. Are you able to see Excel file?
Yes. Yeah.
Excel technology is known to all guys. You are engineer, not engineer, doesn't matter. And citizen developers are those guys who are mechanical engineers. See, I mentioned professional developers are guys who have done IT engineering. So all other types of engineers are citizen developers, basically. Mechanical, chemical, electrical, civil, then petrochemical, all those guys. Okay. So every guy knows basically what is Excel. Power Apps team thought instead of creating new language altogether, why not reuse Excel? Because Excel is a product present in the market from 20 plus years. Everybody knows it. Let's reuse it. So let's see a simple example like this. I want to add these numbers. Sum function. I will select this. This everyone knows. Even if you don't know, that is also fine. Still you can create Power Apps. But just I want you to know from where it came. Getting sum function. Just I'm adding 4 numbers. So next function, if function. If so, I will select this. Then write some formula greater than, let's say, 2. Print, say, hello. And if you are not, print hi. Here my purpose is to demonstrate if function. Okay. So greater than 2, hello, less than 2, or not equal to, like, print hi. Same syntax if and let's say sum is available in Power Apps. That's my intent. So you already know, let's say here hello is written, then world is written. You want to combine these strings. So you write equal to, you select this, ampersand, then you select this, enter. Okay, hello world is everyone following?
Yeah.
Yep. So now let's see what is directly go to Power Apps. Let's try to create one table. So I want you to know. So see, citizen developer slide we saw one technology or terminology basically. Low code, no code. So what is meant by? So let's try it once. Are you able to see? Go to screen, Power App screen.
Yes.
Yep. First website you need to remember to learn Power Apps, make.powerapps.com. Control C and giving this website. Okay. So we will create one very simple table and we will show that in Power Apps. Okay. So you can see how to connect with data. Before that, any doubts in our demo? All things clear?
Yeah. As of now, we don't have it.
Okay. So see, make.powerapps.com, click on apps, new app, canvas. So you can write something like today's date. Tablet form pack. I want to create one. Page July 5th. Create. Here it is written canvas. So our main goal is to learn canvas technique. You see my mouse here, top left corner. From top left corner to bottom right corner, this thing is called as Power Apps Studio. Next, this white thing. So this thing is called top left to bottom right. This is called as blank canvas. So you can drag and drop something and all that. Hence our technology name is canvas. So low code, no code. So see, I want to insert one label, drag and drop. So I inserted one label, wrote hello world. Then you are familiar with this menu, font size and everything. So it is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all products use that. You can increase something 35. Font weight in the middle, let's say font weight bold. So set some color, some light color like this, and background color as dark color so that it becomes visible. Now tell me, to create this, have I written any kind of code? No. Getting, yeah, that was no code experience. Without writing one line of code, you got what you need. So this is the example of that. Now, let's create one table. Table is a concept, so where you can have columns and rows, and you can store data. One example of table is, let's say, employee table. In every company, there is employee table. So each row is one employee, and every employee has name, age, gender, then Aadhaar card number, PAN card number, 10th marks, 12th marks, correct? Total number of years of experience, last salary, current salary. These are columns. Are you getting? Let's create that. Okay. See, top, no, not top. In the middle left, I will click data, add data. Currently, there is no data in my app. And as I said, Power Apps, CRUD operations. We need data. Please add data. I don't have any data as of now. Create a new table. Select this. Tables are used to store data like text, email addresses, phone numbers, and are the foundation of an app. Any app, whether it is Power App or not Power App. You think? So table name, let's say test employee. Create. Then see name is there. First new column. Let's say uh, I have let's say email ID. Okay, single line of text. Let's have simple data. Save name, email ID, and then uh, age. Let's say new column again. Age is instead of that I will use number or age whole number. Let's say save. Then let's suppose click a new column. Then we have let's say PAN number. Then single line of text. Save. Let's say only 3-4 columns. Now I can click here and give one name. Let's say Mr. A, and his email is a person a at gmail.com. Age is let's say 20, and number is uh, Mr. A 123. Let's tell me, have I written any code to achieve this again? I created table, I created records, I created columns. Three things that without writing any code. Are you guys following? Guys, respond.
Yeah.
Yep, following. Again,
Yes.
this was example of no code. So actually what happens if you, let's suppose you join one interview, Power Apps developer. He will ask you, interviewer, tell me what is low code no. No code thing you can explain like this. Direct example. Next, so let's quickly create 2-3 records. Mr. B, then person B at gmail.com. Then I have age as 30. Mr. B 456. Then the C, let's say person C at gmail.com. Age has 40. Again 789. Yeah, look at here, right side. If I click outside, saving data save. Again, Miss D, let's say person B at Gmail. Age is let's say 45. MRD 741. Let's say I created a table, columns, records. Click close. See, it got added in my app. Next, I want to display that data. Click on vertical gallery. So see, insert vertical gallery. You can click from here or this plus icon. Click vertical gallery, you can get to here. Then you can have data source again. Data source for this gallery thing. See, I can see some data now. Then I can fix its layout. Let's say title and subtitle. So this guy. So if you notice one thing, I shift this here, all the records get shifted. That is a good thing with Power Apps. You just need to fix first record, what kind of formatting you need. So I will fix it like font size, I need 20. I want it readable. See, then I want here, then I will select this thing in the bottom. I can increase this, reduce its width. And instead of here, I want, let's say, email ID. This item dot email ID. Just I need to select this record. So currently I want per record thing. So I'm using this item. See, I increase font size, all records got increased. And I cannot select second record, third record. Just fix first record, everything will follow. I need more information. So I can add one text label, drag and drop here. Here you can write, let's say, or actually you can increase this width and take it here. Then you have email ID here. Then this thing you can fix. This thing is our age. This item dot age again. Fix it to have, let's say, 20. Text label, again drag and drop. And then we had Anna. 20. Labels property I'm changing. Okay. I am able to display my table, Dataverse table, in this app without writing one line of code. Are you getting? Any doubt?
Yes.
Directly ask without hesitation.
Can you explain
Yeah.
how the connection is done using SharePoint also?
Correct. See, if you select data here, add data, search for SharePoint, select SharePoint, connect directly cloud or on-premise, connect. Here you
Okay.
need to provide list URL actually. So in my current tenant, I don't have list, but I have another tenant. Okay, should I show you that? Just give me one moment. I will reshare.
Also, how to get license to this Power Apps?
Yep. I will explain that part as well. Power Apps. Are you able to see?
Yes.
Yep. So I will click on this thing, app launcher, and click on lists. So these lists are also based on SharePoint. you can have SharePoint site and then connect to SharePoint list from Power App or directly to list also. So directly create new list, blank list, test, July 15th name actually, create. In URL, you can see SharePoint.com. Lists are based on SharePoint only, or you can have one separate SharePoint site and fetch any list from there. Both are possible with Power Apps with same connection.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so go to Power Apps, new app, Canvas. Just give any name. Create. So I will add one, two records. New, let's say here. Only one column we will see. Title, and then you can edit in grid view also. B, C, D. Let's exit grid view. 4 records directly get created. Yep, same thing. Click this data, add data, SharePoint. Search for it. Select, click. Here you need to enter SharePoint URL. This URL, you can get it from here. Control C. And one point to note, for those are citizen developers, no need to worry about all these things. So this is just a demo. So I'm showing capabilities of Power Apps. When we start actual training, each and every point in direct demo, I will explain. So PPT is only for first demo session. So when we start training, there won't be any PPT. Direct hands-on will be. So for you, maybe Dataverse, SharePoint is a new thing. Don't worry at all. Okay. So click Power Apps. See, this is my actually SharePoint site, development site. So you can fetch something from there or Control V, connect. So you can choose a list. So my this list, okay, connect. Getting?
Yes.
Yep. Same story. Insert vertical gallery. A gallery is a actually big structure. So when we start training, we will see a lot of properties in that gallery. So how to work with that, how to search, how to filter, how to sort by columns, how to give different coloring, all that stuff. Or like big topics. In demo, we'll see how to create first. Layout, just have title. And then I will select this. Well, I can take it to middle. I want to increase font. Here also I can see its property on the top. Instead of 14, you want 25%. I connected to this. If I add one record here, let's say new, and E. Okay. You need to refresh this basically. 3 dots, refresh. This record gets reflected here. Getting. Hello.
This
Yes.
records which you have entered right now, is that possible to enter a image in the same way?
Image handling is a different part. So if we have, I think here file column is there, right? File or image. Yeah, image directly you can display them. I need to add one image, this item dot image column you can mention. And before that, first of all, see, first you need to select this, insert, then image. Select here. Then first image structure you added, image control, I can say. Then if you have any image in your SharePoint list, then you can map it.
But will that give the same image to all the A, B, C, D, and E? All the
See,
five?
you can have same image or you can have here image column and create separate image for each record and then access them. Getting?
No, I didn't get. For the separate image, how can?
See, I clicked on add column. So image. Next, you can give let's say name as picture. Type image save. Column got created. Then select this, edit. Here you need to add an image. Getting? Let
Yeah.
me add one image. Let's download some image. Or apps image. Or apps image. Alright. Something, let's say this image. Right click, save image as something, let's say, yep, just write Power Apps. And you can have one more image, Power Automate. Any image actually. Power Automate images. Select this. Uh, Select this. Save image as Automate. Save. Then go here to SharePoint list, add an image. For Power Apps, this. Save. Okay. Please try. Very good. See, first image got saved, this edit, then add an image, you can have Power Automate image, save. Two images added, go to Power Apps, refresh, always refresh, because you made changes to your source. Then you can mention here this item dot picture. Getting separate
Perfect.
images per record.
Yes.
Yep. Any yeah, you asked about licensing thing. Yeah. So I will just give a moment. I want to give that URL to you. Control C, Control V. And I will give this URL in our chat. So this thing is about free trial. So without any money, you can create one trial for our practice. You can see here free trial. So I gave this URL in the chat. You can click on free trial. So this trial is valid for 30 days. See, I have already my account created. But you will see here first name, last name, organization name. You can give some details, any details. Go to next, sign in details. Provide your sign in details. Just don't mention your credit card, debit card. Okay. Without paying even 1 rupee, you can create this trial for your practice. You can practice for 30 days. If you get the option of extending trial, you can extend it without paying anything. It's totally free. If you don't get to extend the trial, no problem. You can create new trial.
Like with same ID or we need to use a different ID?
Different ID you can use. Same ID it won't be. Different ID. You can create one Gmail account and use it.
Okay, okay.
Okay. For our practice, actually, you need trial. So try with this Office 365 E3 trial. So basically, it contains. We don't need Word and PowerPoint. We need basically Outlook for Power Automate. We need SharePoint. See SharePoint for our Power Apps, and you can create a new environment to use Dataverse. So I will share that. In one trial, you can have all. Okay. Any doubts in anything? Without hesitation, direct ask.
Can Power Apps also be integrated to Outlook to send mails and all?
Yep. So we can have a data connector there in Power Apps. Add data. Office 365 Outlook. You see, click, click. Actually, see, you can send email from Power Apps as well as Power Automate. But I recommend to send it from Power Automate because you can have a lot of formatting and everything. But here also you can try. Insert button. On click of, so this button, I can call it as send email. And here you can write Office 365 Outlook. A lot of things are there. You need to send email. Send email. This thing, correct? Two is me, basically. That's right there. Two, and I have subject, test, I have body. See here in parameters I'm seeing, I'm doing it fast at the moment, but when we try to understand formulas and all that, we'll try to understand each parameter at a time. So body is again test body. This bracket close. This is the, see, you write one line here, one line. This is the example of low code. Earlier, what we saw was completely no code. Without writing any code, we created Power App, we connected to data, we created some records. Here, this is low code. Low code means to send email, you are writing only one line of code. That's it. Click on send email. So click this, go to out. See, like I sent email to me. Clear. Hello.
Yeah.
Yep. So let me talk about our course now. Our course deals with Canvas, Power Apps, and Power Automate Cloud. So, okay, let me reshare my screen again, but I want to show you one app there. Are you able to see Power Apps
Yes.
again? Yep. So what we understood, like basic thing, so how to create table and everything, but this is not well formatted, correct? It's just displaying data. So if we join any company, well formatted app is we need. So this app ticketing tool, I created this app. So let me show you what Power Apps can do. At after completion of our Power Apps topics, I will give this app to you for practice. So you can refer to this app, how formulas are being used and all that. You can create similar app for your practice. And intention behind this is uh, to create a good looking app and utilize all the concepts which we learned in our course, all the important concepts. So if you see here, my button border, its color changing. This new is blinking basically, and you have dark. Then if you go to here, this is our gallery only, well formatted gallery. Okay, so you can do filter, remove filter. You can search. Let's I search for 6. Only this record gets visible. You can create new tab structure here. You have one form. You have buttons, or you can update existing one. Write 6 here. Click complete. Notification display. So this app deals with actually a lot of things. So this, if you see header, this is component, color designs. If I hover, I see hand icon and item gets popped up. Search is there, filter is there. Already sorting is done on created on column. Is 7 July, 1 May, 29 April. Sorting in descending order. Form creation, notifications, tabs creation. This is our component creation. This is HTML. This is timer. This is image, HTML, those things. So we will try to understand all these concepts actually in our training. Okay. Then, so training is focused on developer role. So if you complete training, you will understand basic, intermediate, advanced, 3 levels of concepts. Because just basic is not enough. Just connecting to data source is not enough. Connecting to data source is one part of any application. How to beautify it, next level part. Because we want to sell Power Apps to our clients. It needs to look good. Dark mode. If you turn it off, everything works. See? How to create these different kinds of button shapes. This button shape, these rectangular button shapes, tabular button shapes, like that. Rounded corners, icons, labels, date picker, those main things. Looping structures, everything. Development, testing, deployment. And see, just development is again not enough. Even if we do this, we should know how to share that app. I will cover how to deploy that. Deploy means, so you are like creating on development environment, and development environment only developers are present. And let's say there is one concept called production environment where end users are present. So how to transport your application from development to deployment, that also will cover. Development, testing, deployment. Power Apps, apart from Power Apps, we'll see some of the concepts of Power Automate also. How to connect Power Apps with Power Automate, how to send data back and forth. And in Power Automate, we'll try to understand send an email there, because it can allow a lot more code related functionalities. You can have well formatted emails. You can again see variables, topics in Power Apps, Power Automate both. Then filtering, loops, exception handling, those things. Totally, we need minimum 25 sessions, 1 hour sessions, 25 to 30 sessions to understand all this. Each session 1 hour. Goal is if you face an interview, you will clear an interview. If you join one project, you will be able to develop both the things. That's our end goal. While training only, I will talk about interview questions. Getting
Sir, here you will cover the Dataverse concepts also here in this.
Yep. So we will create one table in Dataverse. We'll connect that to Power Apps. And in one session, we will cover Power Apps with Excel, Power Apps with SharePoint also. What are the differences?
Okay.
Okay. And I will also tell which one is suited for which requirements.
Sir, Power Apps will contain only in the real time. We'll use only the Canvas apps only, sir, or else any other kind of apps also are there in Power App that can be used in real time.
Yeah. So there is one more technology called model driven apps. You see this model driven word here. Correct. So if you
Yeah.
click this, you have heard of technology. Yeah. Go ahead. See, in Power Apps, there are two technologies. One is Canvas app. So Canvas means this blank thing. So you can have UI, UX, you can have colors and everything. So like I did here. Plus you can have logic. Okay. So that is Canvas app. Canvas app are meant for specific scenarios. This is model driven app. You have heard of Dynamics CRM, Dynamics 365 sales, Dynamics 365 marketing, Dynamics 365 finance and operations. All those apps are model driven apps. Model driven apps are in full demand for specific purposes. Canvas apps are in full demand for specific purposes.
Okay.
Okay. Model driven apps doesn't deal with any UI thing. No fancy thing is present actually. Model.
Mhm.
You cannot. So there is, see here, if we see this thing, every control you see X, Y, height, width, color, background color, border, all these things. Correct? These things are just not present in model because intent here is it is based on data. And model driven apps need Dataverse license. Dataverse is a premium license. Canvas app you can use with Dataverse if you have premium license. You can use with SharePoint also. SharePoint you don't need to pay extra license. So Office 365 license it's already covered. Canvas apps can connect to a lot of data sources like Excel, SharePoint, Dataverse. Model driven can connect with only Dataverse. Model driven needs specific skill set. Different skill sets like C# for plugins, JavaScript for form handling. Then you have some Power Effects. Then you have business rules, forms, views, all that stuff. Canvas apps, specific skill set. So there is no JavaScript here. Canvas apps. You have Power Effects based on Excel. Both are in full demand. Both have different, both need different skill sets. Both have different requirements. Everyone doesn't like this. This is very plain scenario. No fancy thing is. People need something fancy, good look. That is only possible with Canvas. Following.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Also, Suresh, one more thing. For Power Apps requirement for companies, right? So they will be looking for a canvas of developer, right? Or modern driven also, mainly.
There are two types. So if you go to LinkedIn or Naukri.com, you will find dynamic CRM developers, Dynamics 365 developers. That is separate requirement. You will find Power Apps developers, separate requirement, separate job posts.
Okay.
Okay.
So these
See,
Power Apps can be Canvas apps can be compatible with the tablets and those kind of also, right, Suresh?
yep. So in the beginning only, so if you create new app, so let's go to make.powerapp.com, new app canvas. Here you can select tablet and phone format. If all your users are on phone, you can go for phone. Home. I will show you this
Okay.
quickly. Some test, click create. You will see here phone form factor. Phone form factor is specific scenario. Users need to use your, see, this is tablet. Left side is tablet.
Okay.
Okay.
So from with the help of
Yeah.
Power Apps, once we designed our form or such kind of things, we can we can trigger a flow in Power Automate also, right? Right?
Correct. That topic also we will cover. So if you see this Power Automate icon,
Yeah.
this
Flow.
part
Okay.
is also part of our curriculum.
Okay.
How to connect this,
Okay.
how to send data back and forth. Then only it
Okay.
becomes complete package for you. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yes.
Power
Yeah.
Apps not enough. Power Apps, Power Automate both.
You will cover all the functions also, right, in Power Automate. I mean to say there are several different functions that would be variables kind of thing. All the variables can be covered,
I
right? No, mostly.
I will cover mostly used functions because
Mhm.
total number of functions is like very high in Power FX and
Ah,
Power Automate.
okay.
Some functions I will cover. Main intention is I will cover concept.
Okay.
You learn that concept, you can apply on any connect. You can apply on Dataverse, Office 365 Outlook, Office 365 users, Azure VM, Azure Active Directory,
Yeah. So
SharePoint List, Excel.
out of these Power Apps and Power Automate, do we have any need to have a prerequisite of coding knowledge? Anything required? No, right?
No, no,
In any customization part also.
no coding knowledge required. If
Okay.
you see today's demo,
Mhm.
I did not create JavaScript code, HTML code, CSS code, C# code, nothing. Correct. I created table in front of you without writing one line of code. I created columns
Mhm.
without writing one line of code. I created records without writing one line of code. You can create records from Power App with 1-2 lines of code. That is low code.
Mhm.
But that
Okay.
doesn't
Yeah.
depend on any engineering knowledge is not required. Engineering
Okay.
knowledge not required. 5, 10, 20 years of experience not required to create app.
Okay. Okay.
And no need to pay any money for practice because that trial link
Mhm.
I shared with you can create that. Just don't provide your credit debit UPI. You can create one email ID, use that email. If you face any
Okay.
issues, let me know. Like I will tell you different way to create track.
Okay.
Mostly this works.
Suresh, good morning. Akash here.
Yep.
I have few doubt as well. So I just wanted to know, let's say, is it possible to extract table from PDF by connecting Chat GPT with Power Automate?
In Power Automate, there can be Chat GPT connector using that you can create. And AI builder capabilities you can use for form processing and extracting data.
Okay. can you show the code that you show the tool, right? The ticketing tool. Is it possible for you to show the code as well? I wanted to see
Yep,
that
yep.
code.
Yeah. See, code I can show you here. Actually, I will give that entire app to you. You can see the code
Mhm.
also. And using best practices, like you see this solutions word here.
See, why I'm asking
We
this
have,
question to you, because why I'm asking
yeah,
this question to you, because in the RP market, right, we have multiple tool available, right? So what is basically special about that Power Apps, and what will be the future of Power App in the coming year?
okay. RPA you mentioned, right?
Yeah. Automation is,
Yeah.
see, basically we have multiple tool, like we have a Blue Prism is there, we have a UiPath is there, we have a Power Automate is there, we have a, see, in the UiPath we have basically feature to create the apps as well, right? So what is the special about that Power Apps as compared to other tool?
Correct. That is a really good question. See, RPA means robotic process automation. So UiPath,
Correct.
Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, Power Automate Desktop are RPA tools.
Hmm.
RPA mimics human interaction. Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. So that is automation scenario. Next.
Mhm.
Now comes to what's so special about Power Apps. Without Power Apps, also everything is working in the world. Directly, let me
Correct.
tell you. Correct? Yeah. Every app is working, every company is working, no need to have Power Apps.
Correct.
What is different here is to create Power Apps, to develop, to test, to share, to deploy. Time taken is very less as compared to different technologies like .NET websites or Java or anything else. That is the main
Okay.
difference. Short amount of time with less
Hmm.
experience, you can create very beautiful apps.
Okay.
Okay. In .NET technology, any other technology, you have Visual Studio Code, you have 1,000 lines of code. Debugging is very
Hmm.
difficult. In Power Apps, no concept for 1,000 lines of code. You have 10, 20, 30, 40 max.
Okay.
Apart from that, you have very complex requirement, 40, 50 lines of code. Apart from that, no kind of 1,000 lines. No, that's the
Hmm.
difference. Hence, all companies at the moment are switching to Power Apps. You take example of any big company actually. Power Apps developer is requirement is
Okay.
still there. You can satisfy your client's requirements in short amount of time. And thing is, this is powered by Microsoft. With Power
Hmm.
Apps, Power Automate, see Microsoft works best with Microsoft. In Microsoft, you
Correct.
have tools like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Azure, Dynamics 365, SQL Server, a lot of things like that. Correct. It provides integration to all those things.
Okay.
Getting that's the reason it's in full demand. And
Okay.
Power Automate Cloud, which we will see, is part of digital process automation. So we have one concept
Okay.
called robotic process automation, which is like launching browser, mimicking your human actions, you're mimicking your mouse clicks, keyboard things, and everything. Right? That is a different story. Power Automate Cloud is there, digital process automation, where API is already present. SharePoint API already present. SharePoint connector already present. Correct. Dataverse connector already present. Azure already present. Office 365 users, Office 365 Outlook, Office 365 groups already present. So always when we are looking for any kind of automation, you
Hmm.
should first look for is there any API already present?
Correct.
If yes, use that API. If you don't have API, let's say SAP, there is no API. If there is very limited functionality available, you have Paint application, Mike, in our Windows. Is there any API for Paint? You want to do some Paint? No, correct. That if you have that scenario, then you can have RPA scenario. RPA technologies. Getting? Again, RPA is in demand. RPA needs specific skill sets. RPA caters to specific requirements. Digital process automation, full demand. It caters to specific requirements. Getting?
Got it. Yeah, got it.
Yep. And let me show you list of connectors, like what Power Apps is offering. More, click on connections.
So it means according to your basically prediction, right? So future of Power Apps is very bright, right? In the coming year.
Yes. Yeah. I want to show you that PPT also. Actually, connectors. Let me show you list of connectors. 900 plus or 1000 plus connectors. I will show you one graph also. So see, recently added connectors on US Bank is added Monday, and Dynamics. This is the list. See here, scroll bar top right. Do you see scroll bar?
Mm-hmm.
YouTube connector is
Yeah,
Google Drive in. If I scroll down, keep scrolling down. Have very big list. LinkedIn is also there.
Correct. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Let me share that. Do we have PPT? Yes, that part. Let's see that. So where we actually stand today in terms of Power Apps, actually that PPT will explain. Are you able to see this graph?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. So see, this is our x-axis. This is time, and y-axis demand, and we are here. This is our position. With time, see, demand is increasing. It will be in peak 5-10 years. Everyone will be Power Platform developers. Actually, Power Apps developer, Power BI developer, like Power Automate developer. There are separate positions. Getting?
So as an experienced professional, right? Basically, I have a close to 5 years of experience in RPA, right? So what's your suggestion? Should I move to Power App so how much after learning this course, how much experience I can show in my resume for the Power Apps related?
Correct. See, industry experience you don't have. Correct. Any company related Power Apps experience. So that is true.
Yeah.
But you can tell to interviewer you have 1 year of experience, knowledge kind of thing.
Okay.
In Power Apps.
Okay.
That will be realistic also, because see, everything depends on how you answer to interview.
Correct.
Getting? Yeah. So if you answer questions, it will show your expertise. That paper thing is anyway just for showcase resume. Officially, you don't have any Power Apps kind of experience, but when you learn this concept, development, deployment, monitoring, testing, like we have collections, data sources, delegation, form, create, read, update, delete variables, components, pop-ups, automation, send an email, formatting email, HTML, all those things, your knowledge will be skyrocketed. Get it?
Okay, got it. Yeah. So it means you are going to cover the interview question as well, right? Basically, how we can tackle the interview question for the Power Apps.
Exactly.
Because as an experienced basic person, right? These guys basically ask very difficult question because this is not a very straightforward question like a fresher one, right? But for the lateral hiring, I think they will definitely ask different questions, different scenario based question. I can say, yeah.
Yep. So actually, see, that's the reason I'm providing ticketing tool app. You can refer that app and create your own app, ticketing tool. Getting? Then you create again on your own employee onboarding app, leave management system, and you can show that app to interview.
Okay.
I created this. Exactly. You can claim 1 year of experience because see, currently companies are struggling to have junior Power Apps developers.
Hmm.
That's the story. And people in job description, like I gave 50 interviews, I conducted 50 interviews, like both the same. Job
Hmm.
description, Azure, Microsoft Dynamics 365, Microsoft 365, SharePoint, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Platform, everything is mentioned. Nobody knows that. Believe me.
Yeah, we
How
agree
can
with that.
one person know all that? That is not possible. Even you have 20 years of experience, not possible. One
Correct.
technology is so big.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yes, sir, we seen 3 years of experience also. They asking Microsoft 365 Dynamics also,
Exactly.
including Power Apps. Yeah,
So, like, good luck finding those people. I always say those people don't exist. See,
Sir, can we
yeah,
create a multilingual Power Apps in here?
yep, there are language functions, so you can create multilingual apps.
Suresh, can you show the basically that cloud platform as well? I want to see
Yep,
that
yep,
basically how.
yep. Okay, let me reshare again to my Power Apps. Actually, what do people on LinkedIn in their header, they write Azure, SharePoint, Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365. Totally, these guys are lying. They don't know anything. Can I claim I am doctor, I am engineer, I am CA? No, right?
No, not
I
possible,
can
right?
be one, not possible exactly. So this is the problem with these job descriptions. Even if you directly on LinkedIn, you can search in job section, LinkedIn mobile app. Power Apps developer, you will see job description. Lot of things are written. Power Virtual Agents, Power BI, this, that. You don't know all that. And thing is, so don't say all this in interview. You can always say, like, when we have Power Platform project, you can say we always need a team of developers. Getting?
Okay.
Yeah. So if we say there is no such guy present, it can have negative impact. So positive impact you can create. We need a team of developers. So you guys can claim I have 1 year of power of experience. I can develop apps for you. Then we can have one separate guy, extra guy, who will do Power BI SQL. Correct. Then you can have one guy who is specifically for Power Automate, specifically for Power Virtual Agents. 4 or 5 people together can deliver successful project.
Correct.
Okay. This you can say this in positive, because if you say direct, you don't find, good luck finding that guy. That problem will be there. Okay. Yep. Power Automate we want to see. And please don't mention all things in resume, all things in LinkedIn. People, like, I'm seeing from my engineering and my post graduation things, people give list of technologies in their resume. Please don't do that. Don't. Whatever. So you can actually classify that. You can have primary skills versus uh, secondary skills. Getting? Primary you can focus. I know these things primarily. See, I
Hmm.
know HTML, CSS. That is true. But I am not HTML developer. I am not SharePoint developer. That I know just in Power Apps context. Like that. Okay. See, this is your uh, make.powerautomate. So we will see new flow and instant cloud flow and like this. Can write something test and manual trigger and trigger like this. This is automation. Getting?
Hmm.
Yep.
So both are basically skill set is required to clear the interview for the Power Apps and Power Automate, or only Power Apps is sufficient to handle the interview, or based on the position we have to uh, basically apply our skills?
Actually, it's better to have both.
Okay.
It becomes, see, interviewer sees you as, okay, this guy knows both. Of course,
Mhm.
you will struggle in project, but you will struggle less because you already know a lot of things. Getting?
Okay.
You
Okay.
will be the person from day one you can start your development. You won't be the person
Mhm.
that you need 3-4 months of training and then you will start. That's the difference.
Mhm.
3-4 months are very big thing. If you don't find developers, there is a risk of losing project.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the criticality of that. And developers are very less in Power Apps. So at least you know something and you can give me something. And while giving something, again, you can learn, and learning is like there for lifetime. But that advantage you have, basically. At least you can join client discussion. Okay, he asked you something. Oh, you know that. At least you can give context, and again you can say, I will get that. Like that.
So
Get it?
Power Apps is basically it's an open source tool, right? I think we don't need to pay any charges, right, for that Power Apps, or let's say for the
We,
license version we have to pay, right?
for our training, you can create trial.
Okay.
Getting? With a free of cost. But if you join any company, you need license.
Okay.
Yeah. So I sent one link of Office 365 with free license. That was our free trial. But if we join any company, no concept of free trial. Directly, that company needs to buy that license. So that cost is in.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go for Dataverse, you need to buy separate license apart from this. That
I
cost
think
is in.
cost is very minimal, right, as compared to, because this is also a Microsoft product, right? So these guys are promoting to in the market, right? That's why I think Power Apps license cost is very less, right, as compared to other tool.
Yes. Actually, that is also thing. And if you are buying licenses in bulk, Microsoft can give you some discount.
Okay.
Yep.
So total we have a close to 40 session, right? Power Apps plus Power Automate,
Not 40, 25 to 30.
25 to 30.
Yep. Main focus is Power Apps. Main,
Okay.
because there we are covering a lot of concepts. 1 hour session can have a lot of things. And see, just logic is not enough. We will see UI UX also. That is a very important. Your app needs to look good. Then only it will be sold.
Hmm.
Getting? Otherwise, nobody will buy. That's the reason. See, I in the demo I will just show you like that simple gallery. But if you look at our app, I will give this entire source code to you. Looks simple. Simple is always better. Always use app should look simple, because if user UI UX, two things. UI means user interface, what your app looks like. UX means user experience, means if you want something and if you want to find something, how much time you are taking to get there. That is UX, user experience. Are you facing a lot of trouble to find that option, or is it easily accessible? That experience comes under UX.
Hmm.
These are the two differences. So these things I will tell you about tips, tricks. Color selection depends on you, which color you would think, and depends on client, which he wants. But those properties, how to configure that is important. If I give you colors, like do that coloring thing. So at least you know where to go, to which control, which property, how to fix it. Getting?
Yeah, cool, Suresh. Cool. So, I think, are you going to basically provide the recording, right? Because we need recording to practice, right? So I think we need
Yep,
recording
yep, yep.
session as well. Recording session, yeah.
Every session is recorded. Always you can revisit to recording.
Hmm.
Don't skip sessions. One session, 1 hour, lot of things. But if you skip it, at least practice it. That's it.
Okay. After let's say after course and right, if we
Mhm.
need some assistant, right, from your side, let's say in the real time project. So how basically you will give that help as well?
Uh,
Because see,
so if you,
go
yeah,
ahead, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
So let's say because we are very new, right? So in the real time project is a complete different, right? So scenarios basically environment is completely different. So how we will get your help? Let's say if we stuck somewhere.
We can have one doubt session. Also, I can provide my email ID to you so that you can
Hmm.
send me any doubts and then I can reply. Like,
Okay, okay.
but not for every doubt. Like I cannot cover. You know, like
Hmm.
because we have time limitations. But yeah, at least we have that one doubt session. You can ask. I will guide you how to approach this and all that.
Understood, understood. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Any doubts?
Yes,
And
one more doubt
yep.
is like after completing this course, like are we able to take any certification with this knowledge,
Yes.
like PL 900 or PL 100, something is there, right? Uh,
Correct. Correct.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That my screen is in sharing mode. PL 900 certification you can go for, but I suggest don't go right away after completion of course. Get it?
Yeah.
Reason.
Yes.
See, certification is showcase thing. You are certified. I am also certified 14 times. What matters? Actual hands-on knowledge. So I recommend first complete course, do lots of practice for 2 3 months. You need 2 3 months, believe me. Even if we are covering in 25 30 sessions, you need 2 3 extra months to practice. This is a big thing. And because I will explain you importance of HTML also, how it impacts your Power Apps. So those things plus, so once you get some hands-on on this technology, then you can go for PL 900. After PL 900, next year you can go for PL 100. PL 900 just gets your resume shortlisted. Any certification, any technology certificate gets your resume shortlisted. What matters from there is how you answer. To answer, you need a lot of hands. Get it? Directly don't go for PL. My suggestion is go for PL 900 in November. That's October. Then in February, March, you can go for PL 100 like that. 2 3 months gap. Getting the intention. Because see, I covered certification during number of years. Well,
So Suresh, should we know the HTML part as well? Because like in the ticking tool you showed, right, we have a different color. Definitely,
mhm.
you basically use different tag of the HTML, right? So should we know the HTML concept for the basic, or just or basically do we require the deep understanding of the HTML?
No deep understanding required. First concept.
Uh,
Yeah. See, our goal is to become Power Apps developer, not HTML developer. Correct.
okay,
HTML developer, I will show you from where to copy paste. From
okay,
the right place you can copy and right place you can paste. That I will show. So see, one man cannot know all. Always I say that. I don't remember all HTML, CSS. I know the place where I can find if I need something. That place I will let you. And how to start with HTML, that also. How to study that in Power Apps context. First, I will explain that in one session once our training starts. Then, in your free time, you can learn HTML along with Power Apps because HTML is needed in Power Automate also. All Outlook emails are HTML based, HTML CSS. You need well formatted emails. For that, only HTML CSS. So even in Power Apps, you don't learn totally fine, but for Power Automate, you need.
Correct. Yeah.
And this is investment. You are actually in Power Apps, HTML, CSS, time investment. Invest one time, get the benefits lifetime. Like that.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay, so like we are way over time. So any doubts, let me know, and then our team can connect with you. And please share your contact details, and later sessions timings will be communicated to you. Okay.
So basically, when you are planning, when you are going to start the new the session.
Yep. Our team will connect with you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Just give your contact details in our chat. Mobile number and let's say email ID.
Sure. Sure. Can you share that recorded session because I missed the initial part due to my
Yeah.
work commitment.
Yep. So uh, team will share with you. Yep. Directly you can connect with our team and
Okay.
they can give you link. Yeah. Please go through sessions because see why we need Power Apps. It's so very important. Interviewer may ask because in the first time only I told without Power Apps everything is a time. What's so different? So these things maintenance, development, testing, deployment take very less time. You need less number of years experience time. Basically less cost. Okay. So can we drop?
Yeah. Sure.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Suresh. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Have a great day. Bye.